Alright, so I can't go live for 24 hours. That's okay. We're just gonna do another video, some more gameplay this time, and I'm just gonna keep rambling on. I feel like in the early days of the channel, this is what it'll be like anyways. I'll just be talking to myself in empty live rooms, and that's okay. Because, again, I have lots of stuff to say, and if nobody hears or cares about it, then it is what it is. That's fine. I don't really like that this one's a win challenge. Some of these early ones, it was like cool that they switched it to you have to do this or this. I kind of like that better. Not have to do both. Like this one, you have to win the game, which is fine. It's just winning takes extra time, but we'll just milk that clock. It's a good thing to do in these solo challenges so you can get through them quicker. Oof. Or you can just, again, be trash like me sometimes and miss wide open guys. But I'm going to just blame that on Jaden Daniels because, dude, set your feet and throw. By the way, just like when they took Robert Griffin III, and hopefully it doesn't turn out like that for them. 'Cause you never wish like injury on anybody, but I don't like that the Commanders got Jaden Daniels. Although I still do believe that Caleb Williams is better, as I've discussed in previous videos and will continue to discuss. I'm really big into the draft. One of my favorite guys is Dan Brugler. Dan Brugler had Caleb Williams as number one on his board, which is rarely ever a quarterback, if ever. Because usually there's just more talented players and they don't do it in the position that they think they're going to get drafted. Obviously, Brugler does a mock draft. The but on his big board he had Caleb Williams as one, and just watching from the Oklahoma days and how he used his feet and still kept his eyes downfield. I think he did a really good job of that. He's always been super talented, obviously, from the high school level forward. Came in as a high prospect and do anything in the interim to change that, of course. People don't like him because he paints his nails or whatever. Which, if you can throw a football like he does, who cares? See, this is really, I should have just drained the clock because I am just brutally bad at defense. There's probably some like nano blitzes that like get a sack every play. Like, remember that one year where you just run punt block and you like basically bring the returner up and blitz on the outside like this, and it was just like an insta sack every time. Those are the funny things in Madden where it's just trash. Like, how's that not intentional grounding? Can somebody explain to me like how it's okay for them to be in the pocket and just hit the throwaway button? Yet if I did that, it'd be intentional grounding. Which again, I know it's a sim, but not very realistic. Dang, would have really liked to get that fumble. But yeah, Jaden Daniels. I will be honest, I thought he was a little overrated. I thought he put up big college stats. Noticing now that I probably should have called timeout there. 20 seconds in Madden is an eternity, though. Ooh, we almost blocked that. And then he was, you know, I guess it's not a very good argument at LSU, but it always just put me off a little bit when you draft the guy that's throwing to two high NFL prospects. Then it's like, is it, you kind of get the argument of like, is it him? Is it them? I'm definitely going to lose this game. Let's see if I can pull out some bullshit. I don't want to do that. Probably don't want to do a play action either. That takes too much time to develop. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it and get down and call timeout quick enough, but we're going to try. No, I wasn't. Got locked in an animation. See? I'm trash. Guess what? I'm trash. That's alright, we'll just replay the challenge. This time we're just going to burn clock after we pass for what we need to pass for. But so far, you know, he's proven me wrong. He definitely knows how to make plays with his feet. He seems to have. He's still. Yeah, I mean, duh, it's his first year. But, like, seems to have pretty good pocket awareness. There is times where he just makes the wrong read, which is every quarterback, even including Patrick Mahomes. Somehow Mahomes tends to get away with it a little bit more than he does. Wow. Again, talking and playing at the same time makes me lose a lot of focus, but it's okay. I'm just wasting time. You know, he probably will develop into one of the better players, because if you can use your legs, if it's not there right away, which they gave him a lot of, you know, early reads, make it simple on him, which is honestly what every NFL team needs to do more. Like, you just don't need to win on every play. Like the other person that I mentioned, Caleb Williams, that's the problem. He tries to like hit the home run on every play. And Chicago's offense doesn't give him many in between options. It's either like a quick screen or a home run, like, and nothing in between, or 3-yard run to Swift because the guy doesn't know how to read a hole. You know, he just takes exactly what's in front of him every time. And if it's there, he can hit the hole. He's fast. He's agile. But the guy, like, cannot read the blocks. So if it's not there, he just runs into the back of his lineman every time. Gotta hope that was score a touchdown, not pass for a touchdown. That's how you burn a clock and score a touchdown. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time. And, you know, and then when it's not there, again, he extends plays with his legs or some of the design runs. But I bought into the narrative big time that he takes too many hits, and I still think he does. You know, he's the Slim Reaper for a reason. Like, he's not a big dude. But he seems to, and this is always the thing when you're young, be able to like take the hits in the best way possible and not let it really drag him down. So we'll see with him. I don't like that he's a Commander, obviously, as a Cowboys fan. I was really hoping that it was just Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas that made him look amazing. Because those two, those are some freaking talented wide receivers. And again, another one. I mean, this is life in the East. You know, people probably have their biases and doggone, you know, my team's the best, my division's the best. But the thing about the East that I'll always say, like, it was the same thing with the Patriots for year after year. It's like when they won it, you know, it's like, yeah, no crap you did. You had to play 2 games a year. Like, the whole AFC East was trash. And so no wonder you won it every time, all the time. Like, you had a game plan for 3 games a year. But many, you know, it's not like that in the NFC East. Team hasn't won twice in a row for 20 years now. And so they're just, the reason is there's a lot of good team building, a lot of good drafting within that division, which again is not fun because I cheer for a team in that division. So seeing that good drafting and seeing a Malik Neighbors and Slim Reaper get picked up by your rivals, and then I mean the Eagles killed it too. Like Cooper DeJean was a freaking steal. Like I don't know how he made it that far. I mean I do. We all know, right? You know, there's a reason that you don't see many Cooper DeJeans in the NFL, which is just stupid, and I just love that he's proving that wrong. Yeah, but the Cowboys, you know, they took some projects. I think they got a steal in the third round, which they only got because they did trade back in the first round. But they took a. Caden was a project. Everybody knew he was going to be a project, and he's done nothing to prove otherwise. Not a very, not a very. He's lanky. He needs an off season. He's not very disciplined. Footwork is okay. I think he, you know, he's pretty good at setting his base, which is huge. But again, it's gonna take some time for him to get to where he needs to get to, and for the Cowboys to get to where they need to get to. And I hope they do. And they full on knew that that was a run. But yeah, it's an interesting division. But of course, you know where I was going with that is they got Cooper Beebe because they traded back. Cooper Beebe is a beast. Like if you saw his draft stuff, like he's just an old school like wanna hurt you type dude, which is great. Like his his saying is like he wants to dirt people, which I just love. You don't get a lot of that in today's NFL. It's people that want to dirt people. It's kind of funny actually playing this challenge here. You know, it's the Larry Allen challenge, and you want to talk about the goat at offensive line. There's somebody that absolutely wanted to just dirt people. So Larry Legend, another card that is always like the best in Mutt. And, you know, the only thing about Mutt that gets a little stale is like it's the same legends like every year, you know. And it'd be cool if they like, I guess they added like Hujmanzada this year is one that I seen that I don't know if I've seen in like other games. You know, and they've added other players, but it's usually like all the same guys. And obviously they can't make up like new legends and stuff, but it would be it would be nice if they pumped, you know, like some 80s and 90s guys and made them better cards than like, you know, like the same Ronnie Lots and Jerry Rice, and like although Jerry Rice is never really that great in this game, which is which is kind of analogous to like his career, right? Because like he wasn't really like ever the dominant dude. I might get crucified for saying that, but like he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the biggest. Like you see wide receivers nowadays and like they're huge. But you know, I mean, he's the best because he's a route technician and played on the right offense and you know, just always seemed to like find a way to be open. So, but yeah, the cool thing about keeping this a little fresh is, you know, just some of those other guys that we've like watched and won in here. Man, I am just not gonna pretend again that I'm like any good at defense. I'm not. I know a lot of people use their like the linemen and stuff, but like that's kind of boring. See, and that sucks because like I failed because I needed tackles, not a fumble. But again, like using linemen, let's just give her a shot and see how she goes. See how she be, but it's just so boring. Should probably stop at the big hits till I get 2 tackles. And then, of course, you know, they actually run the ball the first time I use their lineman and simple get off. And I'll see, there's one where that's fine because I already have 1 tackle, so that gets 2 tackles and a fumble. Clay Matthews. See, like, there's somebody that they could pump up to be a good card. I don't know. Has he been in a lot of games? Like, I feel like he has. Like, what about, like, Brian Cushing? Give us a Brian Cushing card. I know that's not 80s and 90s, obviously, but I don't know 80s and 90s that well. You know, I was young. But even the early odds, I feel like there's, or, you know, the 2000s, like, there's a lot of good players that they can make cards out of. So it's not just the same repeat legends year over year. And I'm sure there's like rights issues with that. Always seems to be. I know they got to pay the guys, but, you know, just sell more of your premium passes, Madden. Put more paywalls on the content, then you can pay for better legends, I suppose. Look, you want to talk about a legend, Zach Wilson. You know what? Everyone from that 21 draft class can come play for the Cowboys. I'll take all them quarterbacks. Except probably Zach Wilson. But give me Justin Fields. Give me Trey Lance. Give me any and all of them. They're better than what the Cowboys have. Oof. No incomplete passes. Yeah, that's gonna be. That's tough. Because I like to just run random plays, and I like to think that I'm a quarterback that can read who the open guy is, and I don't like to just go to the same person. I guess I don't have to throw for it, though. I can also just rush the whole way down there. Was it a pass for a touchdown? God, they should have these. Oh, they don't. So I don't even have to throw. I can't get sacked, though. But, like, they should have these. You can't see me because I don't have a camera yet. They should have these on the, like, right hand of the screen when you're playing. You shouldn't have to come over here to find them. Now, EA, when you add that, because people like me complain and want things just spoon-fed to us, then you better hook your boy up for giving you that wonderful business idea. I just don't want to run the ball or don't want to pass the ball since I can't get a pass or a sack. See, but what I should have done there is a little play action. Just scramble with my boy. Let's see. This is why I need a chat so that I can start to talk about what you guys want to talk about instead of just the ramblings inside my head, which, again, is a lot of times going to just be about the Cowboys. Christian Watson out there. an actual Packer, and feel bad for him. Hurt for the playoffs. Stop me if you've heard Christian Watson hurt. I know it like never happens. Oh my god. Amazing. Dude. Dude. Thought I was going to get sack. Time was running out. Thought I was going to lose. Jaden Daniels. Slim Reaper. Making magic. Oh, let's see. Just keep grinding these legends. It's pretty cool. I'm sure it was like a progression for the rest of you, but I just hopped into the game and you get these tokens, and the tokens get you like 94s. And they're non-sellable, but who cares? Like, just trying to build up my team anyways. My like season level is not updating. It's been stuck at 3 no experience for a while. I wonder if I go back, if it'll update. It's gonna go zoom, 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 zoom. Guess not. Yeah, I won't make you guys watch me open all those. We'll keep playing, man. There's so much like individual, like, I guess a lot of people play this a lot, but like there's so much content to grind. I guess if you did it since week 1, maybe there's less, because like you guys have been just doing the challenges as they release, and they probably don't release as fast, because I know with NCAA that was like my frustration. I got that because, again, who didn't play the absolute living crap out of NCAA 14, which is what truly got me like addicted to this game, this format, and everything. But you see how I hit with 2 jukes, just in case it's like, hey, do 2 jukes. Again, I gotta be better about actually reading what the goals are. I probably just messed that whole thing up. Yep. Oh, it was two ball carrier moves, but it was passing. So I should have just. Yeah, still need to hit him with those jukes out in the open field for no reason, but. But NCAA was kind of like the first MUT, and obviously not Madden because it was Ultimate Team on college. But I remember like JJ Watt was like the best card to get in that game. Just a beast. And oh man, that was super fun because again, you could, you know, the option before the read option was added to Madden was like the thing to do. Because it's just fun gameplay once you like learned how to read the ends and stuff. I'm sure it got blown up online, like most things, but against the computer, it was just fun. It was fun to make the right reads. Denard Robinson running the ball like crazy. It's too bad it wasn't like Pat White and Steve Slayton. There's some names for you. That was the. Oh God, who was their fullback? Big old Haas. They just hand it off to him and then hit you on the outside with it. Like, God, that was a fun West Virginia team. They never get it done, but man, they were fun to watch. And didn't translate to the league. Rarely ever does. But back in college, those two just juking everybody and then hand it to the Haas up the middle. That was some fun times. Tackles, tackles, tackles. I think that's the one where I'm gonna. Give me Edgerrin Cooper, another guy in the draft that went way too late. Dane, again, completely all over him. Dang it. I need 2 tackles, not 1. Yep. Failed. Surprised Henry put the ball on the ground. but he was, oh my God. Whew. You guys do this? Isn't it frustrating? Stop stripping the ball. It's the only time that's ever been said. Don't get turnovers. Dane Brugler was all over him being one of the better linebacker prospects just because of the speed, play rec. He was always like pretty good about sniffing out plays, but mostly just his like catch up speed and all that was just crazy. How did I not intercept that? Now I can actually now I can make him fumble. Watch how this goes. Let me tell you, it's not gonna go well at all. I will tell you that much. Boom. My guy. Or I'll make him fumble and I won't pick it up. Curls to flats, read. You can. It is cool, like how much this game truly is like true Madden or true NFL. Like you can definitely read through the guard what the play is gonna be. Not stick to your assignment, but like, oh, that was just kind of an overrun there. I think it should be good. I think it was no touchdowns. Hopefully it wasn't any points. Or get another fat fail. Wasted time. Should have hit the square. We get into a half hour on this one again. Again, nobody's watching these. Well, shouldn't say that. But if you are watching, you're a saint. Slap on a like, leave a comment. That's how this stuff grows. I'll actually be live casting. You can come chat with me. I'm super interesting. And we'll just talk some football. I want to hear other people talk football. I love to like hear people's opinions on it, not just be stuck with my own, or stuck with the national media. Although I don't listen to any of the national stuff. We all went through it, right? Like I used to be a big time Colin Cowherd fan, and like he basically like taught me all the betting stuff and just really good opinions, especially back when like Romo was kind of coming around and had a lot of good insight on how that was going, and he had his like 5 picks of the week or whatever, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna listen to him like Colin Cowherd. He's so right. Like I'm gonna bet all these before betting was like a huge thing, and never did. Thank God I never did. I actually think betting's a really bad, especially like sports betting, I think is like a really bad thing. Like the way that they've figured out how to just make people think that they're smarter than they truly are. Like, oh, just pick this one thing and like you'll be right. And they don't realize that the odds are like super stacked against them. Like I was always told, they don't build those. If you've been to Vegas, they don't build those because betting is good for the people there. And build those huge hotels off of giving away a lot of easy money. All right, well, that's about another half hour. It'll be live next week with a video. And if you made it this far, again, share some thoughts. I know I ramble. Just anything. Comment anything, man. And remember to be the change you want to see in the world. Peace.